Welcome to International Securities Exchange's podcast series. Facilitated by renowned educators, ISE podcasts are intended to teach beginning as well as seasoned investors the ins and outs of trading. To find an updated list of podcasts, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts. Please be sure to listen to our important message following this episode regarding the risks of investing in exchange-traded options.
Welcome, everyone. This is Steve Meisinger, your host for today's ISE webinar. Today, I'm really happy to announce that we have Jack Crooks with us. Jack Crooks will be talking about global rebalancing, why it could launch the dollar into a powerful multi-year bull market. Jack Crooks, of course, is the president and chief trading officer of Black Swan. Jack has 20 years of experience in trading currencies, equity, and futures. And I would urge all of you to go and check out blackswantrading.com. There's research and there are free trials. But I would like to just wish Jack a wealthy welcome here today that I really appreciate. It's Jack's first time on the ISE webinar series, but Jack's going to be back many times in the future. And I just want to say, greet Jack and say, I just want to say, thanks again for coming. Thanks, Jack.
Steve, thanks for having me. I'm really excited about the opportunity to speak to everybody about this product. We really believe in it for the retail investor. We think it's a great product.
Well, it's great. It's great. I looked at your presentation briefly, and it seems like there's so much information, and we don't have hours and hours to go through this, but really looking forward to this, Jack. So let me give you the ball, and you'll be able to drive the slides and deliver the material. Thanks again, Jack.
Great. Thanks, Steve. Again, thank you, everybody. I just want to personally thank you for attending today, and hopefully, as I said earlier, you'll come away with something that makes some sense or at least makes you think. And in terms of what we do at Black Swan, we try and develop various scenarios, and we have them in long-term, intermediate, and short-term time frames in currencies. We've learned over the years we have to have alternative scenarios just to be open to new information and be flexible, because I think that's one of the biggest mistakes a lot of traders make, and I've made this mistake for many years, so I still make it, I'm sure. But you tend to get locked into a particular story. Hey, the dollar's going down, or the dollar's going up, and you're not open to new information. So part of what you're seeing here is a theory, or I guess a theme that we've been developing for a while. When I say we, I work here with John Ross, who's my son, who does a lot of research with me also. A theme we've been developing, and it's a theme, I guess, a major global macro dollar scenario that we believe in. It's our most confident view. Now, when I say that, I'd also need to say, again, there's a risk to this view, and I'll explain those. But I think the thematics make some sense, and again, I think if you take something away from here, even if you don't believe in the idea, at least there'll be some points in here you can research yourself, and I think that's helpful. So let me get started here and move on. That's our disclaimer here. Yeah, anything we say here really isn't a trade recommendation. It really is just when we talk about setups, it is setups and just examples and samples. Okay, a little bit about the ISE FX options. The first point there, access to your options broker. What's great about this product that I think is the fact that it's an equity product. You can access this through your retail broker. There's no need for a futures account or a Forex account, and that's nice, and it's very transparent. You can go right on any of your broker platforms and pull up the options chain just as you would any stock options chain. The beauty of this product is they've made it look just like an option, excuse me, a stock option in terms of the chain. And I said that transparency is very nice. Sometimes you don't get the transparency in futures options, and you especially don't get the transparency in a spot Forex option trading over the counter. Trading with an exchange with transparency, I think, is very important for the average, really for everybody. And as we've seen, what's going on in this cycle. Cash settled in dollars, very straightforward. European-style exercise, just to make the point here, that does not mean you can't buy and sell at any point in time. European style exercise just simply means that you can't get exercised on this till the end of the period, till the end of the expiration period. But you can buy and sell these options at any time throughout the day if you'd like. Again, I don't short-term trade these or recommend you short-term trade these options, and I'll get into that a bit. But you can if you'd like. You can do any strategy here using these options that you can use in stock options. Spreads, straddles, butterflies, condors. Let your imagination run wild. How we go about trading them, when I say we in terms of Black Swan and give our recommendations on these, we try and keep it very simple, probably because we're not option experts and probably because we use them in a way we think you can make a very decent leveraged bet with relative risk. And how that happens is we recommend, when we make recommendations on these, we use them as just directional bets for currencies. And that means we're buying a put or buying a call depending on what we think the direction of the currency is going to be. And by entering on the long side or buying a put or buying a call, you don't expose yourself to unlimited risk. Your only exposure is the cost of the option, and that's very, very important. And that's why if you buy a put or buy a call on your opening entry, that's as much as you can lose, is the cost of the option. Not that you want to lose that, needless to say. We want to make money on these trades. But it means that's your maximum exposure plus whatever commissions or exchange costs you would pay. And I think that's a wonderful thing in that it allows you to get leverage 10, 20, 30, 40, even 100 times if you have something that's way out of the money that you can get into with a very, very relatively low cost. And again, you don't overtrade these. Don't make them too big a part of your portfolio. Don't make a big bet on any one particular option. Keep it in check, because if you get it right, and you're not going to get them all right, but if you do, it'll pay off over time, and that's the beauty of this. Three things can happen to you if you buy an ISE FX options. If you buy a put or a call, you can make money, you can lose some money and grab some premium to save for another day, or you can lose your entire option price. That's it. You can't lose your account, only what you paid for the option. Listed here are the 6 major currencies. These are the major currencies that are listed on the FX ISE exchange. And when we consider the term major currencies, it just means a currency against the dollar. Anytime you hear the majors, the dollar is involved. In this case, it's the U.S. dollar against the Australian dollar, U.S. dollar British pound, U.S. Canadian, U.S. euro, U.S. Swiss, U.S. Japanese yen. So those are the 6 major currencies. Of the 7 major currencies, you hear that term, the dollar would be included. But whenever there's a dollar pair in these currencies, it's a major currency pair.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To find more podcasts on options, stocks, alternative markets, and market data, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts.